Alrighty. Well, hi guys, what's up? It's Yasmin again here with Hollywood Junket. And right now, look who's joining me. We couldn't end today without having Miss Ruby Leigh with us on here. Hi, Ruby.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
How are
And I
you?
will let viewers good. Thank you for asking. And I will give viewers a heads up that you are kind of right now in the car going from home to catch a show, so there might be a lag. But yeah, we'll get through it. No worries.
All right.
So to start off here, let's just hop right into it and state the obvious that you are 16 years old. I don't know if
I
you're aware
am.
that you are 16 years old, and with a voice like that has already been compared to the likes of Patsy Cline by the one and only Winona Judd. How does that feel hearing that?
It feels really good, especially coming from Winona.
Hmm.
To even be in her presence, she said about me meant a lot. And, same thing with Reba saying that she wanted to hear me sing some Patsy songs. So it really made me feel really good, just knowing that I have that kind of influence on them.
Yeah, and speaking of songs that you were asked to sing, we noticed that you are a Liam Rhymes fan
I am a Leanne Rhymes fan.
because you've already sang two songs back to back. So can you kind of walk us like what do you take from her and why is she such an influence to you?
Yeah, well, she started young. I believe she sang Blue when she was 11. So
Hmm.
that really inspired me. Like hearing it for the first time, I was 11 when I learned it. So it's like, if she can do it, so can I. You have to, try. I ended up, I learned it and I finally got it after running off cats and dogs. But I finally got it, and just hearing her story was really inspiring because, like I said, me starting young, her starting young, it was like, this is kind of like what I'm supposed to do. Like, just because I'm young doesn't mean that I can't do this for the rest of my life.
Exactly. It seems you're kind of a pioneer in that sense because I also saw that Miss Patsy Cline is also she started off really young. So there's a lot of parallels there with the people that you're being compared to and the people that you admire, and that's really cool.
Exactly. Thank you.
Of course. And I remember this is probably like the fact of the whole show that just stuck in my brain. But you mentioned that you share a hometown with 67 other people. Like, I am from Alabama, so I know about small towns, but yo, that is insane. So I was curious how they took the news that maybe your friends or your high school classmates, how did they react when they found out you're doing the voice?
Well, number one, I am homeschooled, so my parents were
Oh,
really excited. Um,
nice,
but
nice.
um, yeah, my hometown was really supportive, especially like neighboring towns, because like there's not many people in my town. I don't think half of them really know I'm on the show. So um, yeah, so they've taken it really well. It's been great seeing all the support. Coming home to see so many people that didn't know who I was before that know me now. It's amazing.
Yeah, especially with just such a difference there from being part of such a small community to now you have this huge influx of people, I'm sure flooding like your DMs and like following you on social media. So that's really cool to see that dynamic. But you mentioned that your parents were really excited. Something that stuck with me and that I took away from your blind audition was that you have a very supportive family. They were bawling their eyes out when you had those chairs turning, and that honestly made me cry. Like, no lie, I was crying because you could just feel how proud and happy they were for you. So has that always been the case? Have they always been so supportive of your dreams?
Yeah, they've always been very supportive. Every show I do, my whole family's with me. They always have been very involved in my music. So they've always been there for me, and I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. So it was great to see them on the show, being all excited, like watching it. I didn't get to see that performing, obviously, so seeing it on TV was really really awesome.
Yeah, it was emotional, to say the least. But onto your gift here, because that's kind of what you debuted with. You debuted with this gift that you have. So can you give me a little backstory, just to share information on when and how you found out that you could yodel like that?
Yeah. So like I said, I come from the most non-musical family you've ever seen. Like, it's actually hilarious. No one sings, no one plays an instrument. It's literally just me.
Wow.
I have no idea where I get it from, but
Wow.
I mean, definitely God. But yeah, so
Yeah.
so so going home, I was 10, I believe, and I was looking on YouTube, and I saw this video of some girl yodeling, and I'd never heard it before. And then I looked
Oh,
at my
wow.
dad. I'm like, Dad, what is she doing? And Dad was like, I think she's yodeling. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, well, teach me how to do that. And he's like, I don't know how to do that. Um, so then I kept listening to it, and I kept trying to do it. I didn't think to look up like yodeling tutorials. I was just like literally just listening to this girl trying to emulate it.
Mhm.
So listening to her, I kept trying and trying and trying until I finally broke my voice, which is the proper way to do it. If you could listen, you can hear that little crack in there, I guess is how I describe it. But
Mhm.
that's the proper way to yodel, where you break your voice. Pretty much, you skip the middle and jump right into the high
Mhm.
part of your register. And landing there is very difficult, um, which I didn't really know that it was difficult. I just thought it's something
Oh, I
that
bet.
most people could do.
Oh,
Um,
no. No.
so um, when people were telling me, like, that's really difficult to do, I was just kind of like, really? You sure?
Wow.
So yeah, it was really, really cool. Like I said, I eventually learned it, and then it just became like my favorite thing to do. So like I do it all the time.
You're really good at it. You're extremely good at it. So, especially for being self-taught, that is crazy. Wow.
Thank you.
That, of course, of course. So, let's fast forward here on your journey onto the knockout rounds. So, you had the knockout rounds in a three-way, and you had to follow Miss Monet. So, I was curious as to how you kept your composure with that performance, and yeah, how you stay focused throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. This is actually something that's kind of funny. Before I went on stage, I actually couldn't sing my song. My voice kept going really bad off key, and I was like, what is going on right now? I'm like, this is really crazy. I was super nervous. And then I was just like looking at my dad. I'm like, I'm going to go home, Dad. I'm like, this is not good. Um, and I found out it was because like the background singers were off key, so it was throwing me off key. And I never fixed it. I went on stage, that performance, I that was the first time I got it correct. I was on stage so
Whoa.
nervous because I didn't have it right. So I was sitting up there, and I remember like listening to my backing track, and like this I'm like, this is not working. So I got up there, and Miss Monet went, and she got up there and absolutely killed it. Like, oh my gosh. I was
Yeah.
sitting there, and they didn't show this, but I was like sitting back there. I was praying, I was singing my song. I was so nervous.
That's
Um,
crazy.
and then eventually I went, and I got up there. I was actually the third person to sing, but they
Mhm.
aired it like I was the second one. But I got up there, and I sang my song, and my brain immediately was like, you just forgot all the words. So now I was like, oh my gosh, I can't sing it. Now I'm going to forget all the words. I'm like, this
You
is
blanked?
horrible. Yeah, totally blank. And
Oh my
then
gosh.
I got up there, and I like completely zoned out. And then I remember like coming back to, and I'm like, you did it. You were on key. And then I was like, oh my gosh, all right, you got to perform. And I'm like pointing. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. And yeah, I mean, if you watch it, I was like almost positive I was gonna be sent home. Like I had like tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
like, this was so weird. But when Reba called my name, it was like without hesitation, which was like felt really good because I was sitting there and I was like, what, me?
That's
And Yeah, it was just absolutely insane. But I love telling that story now because I just think it's so funny that I couldn't sing it and then I still won. So I think that was
I
great.
I feel like that's how you know you're like a true performer. That is insane because the pressure already of like having to follow a performance like that, like I didn't even know half of this was going on. And so you had to like put it together and basically just wing it. That's
Oh yeah.
that's wild. That's crazy. So wow, congrats. That shows like
Thank you.
character big time, of course, of course. And then I know you can't give too much away about playoffs, but is there any little bit of information that you can share with us? Any little detail about what we can expect from your performance?
Um, I don't know. I guess expect the unexpected.
Love it. Love it. Nice, simple, to the point. Yeah, because earlier I was talking to Huntley, and he was telling me that he just was debuting a new hairstyle, and that to me was more than enough. I was like, oh wow, that's gonna. I will tune in just to see that. So yeah, everybody's got
Yeah,
like their little thing that they're doing.
exactly. Yeah. So and Huntley's
Oh
awesome.
well. Oh yeah. I wasn't. Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask. Like, did you keep any of the relationships that you made on the show? Like afterwards, is there anybody that you still keep in contact with?
Absolutely. I've kept in contact with all of the the minors, a part of the show, all the people that are like my age. They're all amazing. I've kept in touch with Huntley, Mara, all of those people. We all pretty much like follow each other, so I'm kind of in touch with everyone. But yeah,
Right.
they're all just absolutely amazing.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. And anything else you want to leave us off with? Anywhere where we can find you? Anything you're doing? Any upcoming events that you want to publicize?
Yeah, I got some shows coming up. They're all posted on Facebook. I know I have a New Year's Eve show for my Illinois people in Edwardsville. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's almost sold out, so that's going to be really cool. Yeah, I also have a sold out show tonight, which is really cool. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah,
We're
I've
heading
read
there right
about
now.
those. I've read
They actually
about
had
those.
to build. I'm sorry. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. Oh no, I was just gonna say I've read that you're selling out shows now, like everywhere.
It's so crazy. Like the show I'm doing tonight, they had to build an addition to this building to fit all the people that were coming for my
Get
show.
out.
Um, I was like, what? So
That's
I'm
awesome.
really pumped. I'm excited.
Oh, well, you deserve it, girl, because I swear every single time you get on stage, all eyes are on you and you just command the audience. Like it's so infectious. I don't know, like your voice is so unique. So, I'm excited to
Thank
see
you.
where all of this will go and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think people are gonna enjoy it. Is it okay if I add something real quick?
Yeah, of course, please. Please.
Yeah, I do want to say that I am on social media. So if you guys are on
Hmm.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, I'm on all of that. It's all under Ruby Leigh Official. I'm actually the most viewed artist on this season too, which is really cool.
Love.
So that's exciting. And from my audition alone, I gained more followers on TikTok than the winner of last year, which was insane. I have like 250,000 followers now. I'm like, what's going on from a town of
That is
68 people.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's so cool to see that like switch. And how are you like is that hard to kind of navigate through or deal with? Is it overwhelming? Like are you doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting used to it. It's
Mhm,
totally different. It's like, is this real? I'm like, you're
mhm.
literally from a town of 68 people, like, and you have all these people that are following you. Like, all those people would overload my town. Like, I don't think we could fit that many people in my town.
That's
um,
crazy.
yeah, I think God will put me where I need to be. So I'm just kind of like going with the flow of life.
Yeah, and I know that it's just going to take you to amazing places because you're so talented and you're just so likable. Like you're the total package in my opinion. So I'm excited to see where you're going to go. And thank you so much for giving us some of your time. I know you're super busy, but congratulations on all the sold out shows and all your success.
Oh, no worries, and thank you so much for having me. I've had a great time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, kick butt tonight, and yeah, good luck.
Awesome.
Bye,
Thank
girl.
you.
Of course. Bye.
Bye bye.